You right there, ladies and gents, how's it going? We're off on an adventure, proper adventure. Yeah, I'm in the van, it's all good, but I've got my bike in the back. We're heading off to Salisbury Plain. We are with Big Pezza, Phil 480 and our mate Andy, and yeah, they're all on their adventure bikes. I washed out. I was supposed to bring my V85, but with all the rain and stuff like that, and with it having pretty much road tyres, I just didn't fancy taking that on any lanes. I will do it in the future, but when I've got better tyres on it. So yeah, what we're doing, we're off to Salisbury Plain. We're going to do a bit of camping, a bit of green laning, have a little laugh, have a few beers, just a general giggle. And yeah, we're free, baby, we're free. Let's make the most of it. Right, let's get on.
Keep that butt proper side down.
So we all met up down at Lumi's. Yeah, I had to park the van away because all full of bikes. So yeah, as you saw there, we met up at Lumi's, had a good little natter. Phil, Andy and Pez, they all had some food there to set them up for the rest of their ride. I've got myself a little pasty to eat on the route. I've got myself a nice drink as well, which is all nice and cool because I've got all the cool boxes and food. I've planned that one well. It means my food is going to be tasty and not rotten. So for me, the route is going to take about an hour to get there, I think, depending on traffic, which isn't too bad, too shoddy. The guys on their bikes, they're going to take the twiddly route, so I think they've got like an extra half hour or something like that on that. So I will probably get there before them, but who knows, because they'll be able to filter and cut through the traffic a little bit easier. But yeah, they'll be riding down at a leisurely pace, in no hurry, because why rush? It's a beautiful day. You're riding motorbikes. I'm quite jealous, to be honest, but actually come this evening when they're having to pitch all tents and stuff like that, and I've just lay out my duvet in the back of the bus. I'll be happier. Especially if it rains, but I don't think it's going to rain. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. Well, it looks like I've made it to the campsite. Don't think I can see the guys yet. Yeah, easy journey. I just got a little bit confused at the end. Yeah, I forgot the name of the farm, so yeah, I carried on going. Okay, we've got a big old field. Guessing that's the toilets. There's water there. You can't see what I'm looking at. Right, so we're down at the campsite now. I'm still waiting for the guys to get here on their bikes. They've not turned up yet. I think they're a little bit delayed. I guess they went sightseeing on the way. But yeah, all set up. It's pretty simple for me because I haven't got a tent to pitch. But here it is in the van. Yeah, that's me set up. Pretty boring. I've kind of like ditched most of my stuff in the front there. I've got a couple of cool boxes down there with food and beer in them, my Trangia fuel meths, and then in the back we got the bike with all my bike kits and my little bed set up. Should keep me comfy. Comfy. It's a carry mat with a double duvet folded in half, and then my sleeping bag, so that should be groovy. And then tomorrow grab the bike and yeah, go off and play. So we've also grabbed a few barbecues so we can get the burgers cooking on them. I think it'll be nicer cooking on a barbecue than it will be on the Trangia. Yeah, barbecues are cool in the sunshine, aren't they? I've got my new seat that Pez suggested to get. I think it was Pez that suggested that one, and it's great actually. It's really nice being able to sit down without having to crouch down on the floor and all that sort of stuff. It's not that full here. I've no idea how busy it will get later on or whatever. There's some bikes going past. I don't know if that's them, possibly not. I think it might be just a popular biker route. But it's a nice little campsite. It hasn't got huge amounts of facilities. It's got a toilet and a shower and some cold water that's drinkable and all that sort of stuff, but it hasn't got hot water here yet. I'm assuming they'll sort that out in the future. I think it's a new campsite, I don't know, but it's nice. Anyway, I'll bring you back once the guys get here, and I'll show you what their setups for their tents and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, cool stuff. Right, so the chaps are all here now. They're getting their tents all set up. Phil over in their corner there by the van. Then you got Pez, and then you got Andy. Andy's on his bike here. I can't remember what it is. It's a GS or something. I don't know. No, it's not. It's a Kawasaki, isn't it? Yeah, Kawasaki. Pez on his BMW Sertao, and Phil 480 on his Tiger 800. They had a really good ride here, which was awesome. I missed out on that because I'm a little pussy and come in a van, but maybe next time.
They double up.
It's the fly. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Everyone.
Nice to have you.
Yeah, first adventure of this. Well, not for you. You went last.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, but I was in a pub. I went to a pub.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
Where's the beef? Stick cooking.
That's bacon that stays in. Cheese. Oh, are these good? Well, take the better shaped one, I'll take the fucking deformed one.
Do you want to go re-go with this burger?
Right?
So if you can fucking hear me, the barbecue's a fucking success. We didn't need any bread, alright? Well, it's morning. We survived the beers, gin and vodka. We had a decent barbecue last night, but because of nugget nuts here, we had no baps for our burgers, but we didn't die of lack of carbohydrates. Yeah, apparently I didn't keep everyone awake last night with my snoring, which I guess is a plus. Yeah, we're just getting ourselves alive, and then we're going to go and play motorcycles, which should be good fun.
And just get your act together so we can go ride motorbikes.
Right then, so we've got Phil on the Triumph, Pez on the BMW Sertao, and Andy on the Kawasaki KLE. It's a KLE 500, isn't it, Andy? Hey? KLE 500?
500.
Yeah. And then me on the softy pussy bike with my B2 Enduro 390. We're heading over to Salisbury Plain first, going to grab some fuel on the way, and yeah, it should be a good day. Going to turn the camera off until we get to the lanes though. So yeah, see you in a sec. Alright, so this is the first trail around Salisbury. Now, from what Pez was saying earlier on, we are going to Stonehenge first. So I'm not sure if this is the lane that takes us to Stonehenge or what. Well, I didn't quite realise we were so close to it, to be honest. But yeah, it should be a really awesome day this. I've been really looking forward to this. I do wish I'd had the confidence to bring the Moto Guzzi with me. It looks like all my fears were for nothing, as this is just dry and it's beautiful, and it would be gorgeous to have brought the V85 along all this. Yeah, but who knows what the rest of the day will bring. Some of it might be a bit more tricky, but it is lovely. It's a proper pucker day. It was a gorgeous ride down as well from the campsite to here, just all countryside. It's just lovely, proper pucker, eh? Proper pucker. Seeing as we're off-road and everyone's on adventure bikes but me, I just want to say a get well soon to a mate of mine, Freddie, aka a Garden Shed. He's another motovlogger, and yeah, he had his first foray of off-roading a week or so ago, and yeah, it all went a little bit wrong for him and he broke his leg in a couple of places. So get well soon, Freddie. Thinking of you, mate. Oh, this is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Well done, Pezza, mate. Well done. I don't know what the rest of the trails are like I was saying, but I think a lot of them are going to be like this. So for most of you proper adventure riders, this isn't going to be hardcore, not at all. But we're all just here to enjoy the scenery, really, and do a bit of camping and stuff. But this is cracking, it really is.
See that hare running alongside us?
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, hare.
Oh wow, awesome.
Running alongside us, the guy's on track.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's really awesome that we're having some variety of sceneries with where we're riding, sort of open plains and farmer areas like we were before, and now going through a forest. Brilliant stuff, brilliant. I think this is all man-made forestry, this is. But I'm guessing initially it might well have been real forests. Thank you! You know when you get a feeling that something's just going to be an absolutely awesome thing? I think from the moment I woke up I knew today was going to be incredible. Phil's road tyres are going to be getting a workout through these puddly bits. I know if these guys make it, I know I can. Ah, it's not even deep at all. All easy peasy for me. Not because I'm good, just this bike. Andy saw a hare earlier. I don't know if you caught that on the audio while we were stopped, or even if I've edited that in. But yeah, he was sort of following us along the trail, and then darted off into the undergrowth. Don't see many hares about these days, or at least well, I've not. It's rabbits is mainly rabbits. I'm not sure what the difference is, to be honest. I think hares have got longer ears and a different shaped head. All good so far, Phil? All good so far? How far? Just keep going, yeah? Okay. So it's just go and go and go. It's a big puddle. I'm assuming that that's not too deep. It looks deep though. It does look deep. I shall go on this side, it looks shallower. Oh, it's not too bad at all. I'm trying to get my head around making the bike do things for me when I want it to, even if there's not really a need for it along here. So when there's the bumps, trying to get the front to come up a little bit, not so I can do awesome stonking wheelies or anything, but just so that I can get used to doing them, so that when it gets to a point when I might need to, then it's not so alien for me. So please don't think my shit wheelies are me trying to impress you. It's me just trying to learn the bike. Oh, oh, oh. Oh gosh, I hope Phil's going to be alright on that bit. Yeah, Phil doesn't have a huge amount of ground clearance on his bike. Yep. So some of those whoopy little bits there could have been a little bit of a problem for him. Oh wow, we are at Stonehenge now. You can see it up ahead. Awesome. Oh wow. It's such a fantastic thing, that. I mean, it's incredible just to think that they moved the stones, but from what I think, they moved them from Wales. I'm not sure if that's been disproved or not, but yeah, that's a big old lump of rocks.
I was like, if I remember rightly, there's a big deep water that has a bottom here, so I'll let Pete.
It wasn't too bad though.
Yeah, last time I went down that was winter.
Yep.
And that first one we did, that's really sketchy. It's just slush.
Yeah, I can imagine. No probs, Phil?
Oh, good, I think.
Awesome.
We're dirty now.
Yeah, very dirty. Brill.
That's the sort of
Absolutely.
trails that we're doing. Yeah. Which in the dry, like today, is fine. In the wet, they're a bit of a bastard. Yeah.
Awesome. What a place to stop. Really cool. Really awesome. It's mad how many campers there are along here though. Cool, well that was Stonehenge. Brilliant stuff. You can see all these barrows, sort of burial places as well, these mounds over on the hill there too. All sorts of stuff all around here, including the smell of weed and lots of hippies, weirdly. So the trouble with Salisbury Plain is that it's a military area, and it's a firing range where they do live shooting with tanks and stuff like that. So we have to make sure that we're not going out when we shouldn't be going out.
That's a bit scary back up there, girls with guns.
Were they bikini girls with machine guns?
Hey?
Were they bikini girls with machine guns?
Afraid not. Camo, mate. Potential to be bikini girls.
I'm sure they have bikinis.
Yeah. Might have one underneath.
They might have camouflage bikinis so you can't see them. Go, go, go! Yeah, so it's a military area where they do lots of training and stuff, and on the flagpole there they put a red flag up when they're doing firings. So we're all right today, or at least all right in this part of it today, which is good. I don't know whether we could end up just getting swamped by military vehicles at some point with them just doing exercises or whatever, but yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that we're allowed to play over it. So camping last night was really cool. Had a good few beers, and Pez brought out the vodka shots, and yeah, it was nice having a natter out in the evening. There's something about camping, and I really need to do more of it. It just it cleanses you, I think. Gives you a good old reset. I very much bought the wrong bike, but it does mean that I've got the solid van in case anything does go awry with anyone. We can put a bike in that. Look at them sitting down with their comfy saddles. How dare they? I hope you don't mind our slower pace today. It's just an adventure ride. It's not us trying to go fast and look cool for the videos and stuff. It's just us out enjoying the countryside. And I'm very much doing so. Sploosh! 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 And it's a tank. It'd be a tank. Awesome.
You lost something? What's happened, Phil?
Sorry, mate. You found it?
I heard a metal clang. I've just hit a piece of shrapnel, that's all.
Stone on your bash plate.
Yeah, a bit of shrapnel or something.
Ha! You've been shot at, mate.
Bye bye, tank. I was just saying to Andy while we were stopped there that I'd done a little bit of training down here when I was in the Navy, just sort of like overnight orienteering and stuff like that, navigating, and some of the tracks are all metallised, which is so that they protect and don't sink too much with all the tanks travelling over and stuff. It was so hard going on your feet. By the end of the weekend you really knew you'd been tabbing about a lot. Yeah, I think some of these can be potentially quite deep. Oh, a little bit too quick then. That's cooled me off. Yeah, I think wise to go around that one. That one does look like that's probably a bike sinker. It's probably only a couple of inches deep, but not worth the risk. Not when you can see that vehicles have gone round it. These flagpoles here, if there's a red flag on them, then we have to stay away. So we're all right at the moment. I think Pez was saying that there is some troop movements or something planned for later on today, but I don't think they're going to affect us. You might be thinking this is quite boring riding, but I'm absolutely loving this. I definitely wish I'd bought the bigger bike though. I have to say, even though the trail is pretty easy, feels doing really well with them road tyres. Splooshy McSploosh sploosh. Awesome. This looks interesting. There's quite a lot of variance in the surface. This is all sort of muddy type stuff, whereas out there it's sort of chalky gravel type thing. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Mixes it up a little bit. And now we're in a farmer's field. Awesome. This is quite liberating actually, just having so much freedom around here to ride. And it feeling like we're kind of just in the middle of nowhere, but actually not. It's all legal roads. Oh, look at that. Is that a photo opportunity, or are we carried on? Well, there'd be a flag up if we weren't allowed to be here. Oh, I'm loving this, really am. Tank crossing 100 metres ahead. I guess they kind of come flying out of nowhere, they do. It would be kind of cool to see some sort of military stuff going on, but I guess they don't really want us to see it, because when they're doing stuff it's all a bit dangerous. Dangerous! It's so surreal seeing all these targets lining up around us. You can really see why they've got to keep a control on access to the place when they've got firing, because you're right in the middle of the ranges. You was going to get shot. It's quite cool seeing all like these purpose-built structures, which are possibly for just training on one particular exercise. That are built on braces of army training. What an absolutely glorious place to explore though. Stunning. I know the GoPros don't really do distance very well, but it's absolutely lovely. I've been playing a lot of DayZ recently, and this is sort of really reminding me of that. Not that there's motorbikes in DayZ, but just the big vast plains of land with military things dotted around. Less zombies here though. ABS doesn't work. Your ABS doesn't work. It's just awesome mooching along, soaking it all up. So nice to have all this countryside around us, and not really that far away from home either. I wouldn't want to ride down here on this. Let's definitely bring it down in the van. Moo! Moo! It almost feels like riding in Spain at the moment. Dusty tracks, blue sky. Awesome. Alright. You okay? Right. Well, we just stopped for a spot to eat and a cup of tea at a cafe we found that was open, and now we're back at it. This is the other side of the plains, this is. So this morning we did the first side, and now we're over here. And apparently this village up ahead of us, I think, is a pretend village. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, I think it's a pretend village for them to do exercises of sort of going house to house and stuff like that. It's kind of cool if that is the case. I think it's called Imber, but we're not sure. Yeah, so this is Imber village, I think, and it's just a pretend village. Kind of cool. It's like a giant, awesome paintball game. You alright, Phil?
Yeah.
Well done, Phil. Oh, he's down. You alright, mate?
Give it a bit of welly from there. That's it, keep going.
Oh, my feet are slipping. Nearly there, Phil, nearly there. A little bit more. There we go, we're good. Ah, you bastard. Oh, come on, Pez. Mechanical sympathy. Well, you got it out. Oh. That's a well mucky bike now.
It weren't really christened.
That is very christened, yep.
Just in time for a new battery.
Sweet. Right, so we veered off track a little bit there. I didn't realise we weren't supposed to be there, but the security chap was very nice and polite and just said, yeah, we shouldn't be there. So we've moved on promptly. But Phil's alright, his bike's alright, just a bit more muddy. It was pretty filthy anyway. It was probably going to happen at some point today. Unfortunately, it was at very slow speed and he was able to just step off it. I imagine Phil's probably going to want to be staying well out of the puddles from now on. I really don't blame him. He's running Michelin Pilot Road 5 Adventures on his Triumph there. So they're doing great, they really are doing great. Ooh. Yeah, that one looks deep, definitely a go round jobby. Let Pez sort it out first. Phil? Yeah. Do you want me to see what the middle's like? Because that's shallow there. Do you want me to see if it's solid?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, the middle, the raised bit in the middle is all squishy, so don't do that. But it's not too deep on the sides. So, sorry, on the puddle on the right.
Yeah, the very edge.
You can either go on the very edge, but you might find you've got a little bit of loss of traction.
Yeah.
Or just go straight through the right hand side, through the middle of it. It's not that deep. We just keep your momentum. Yeah, okay. Nice one.
Not as bad as it looks.
I ended up just slipping me into that middle.
Yeah, yeah.
When you look around it, there's some little muddy sections you'd easily lose grip on.
Yeah.
In the water,
You're all right actually.
mud.
As long as it's smooth and there's no rocks in it, you're all right, aren't you? I'm really amazed at how well them tyres are doing, Phil.
I can't believe that. Yeah.
That's not bad, is it? Yeah, I know.
Hang on, I've got to get out of the way. No. That might be a bit much for Phil. What's that?
I'll see how deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it goes to the water.
If you don't fancy it, you can go wide. If you don't fancy it, you might be able to go wide and then just go up over that way.
Yeah. That mud the other side, that does not look fun.
No.
I'm tempted to go just through the puddle.
Yeah, I mean if you just stay wide on it, because it doesn't look like it's got a deeper bit. I love that the dude in the car was going to try and do it. I hope he doesn't. It will get stuck there. He really will. I can't see. We've gone too far now. Oh. That was proper ice skate. That one. Yeah, you had no hope of saving that one, I don't think. All we need to do is make sure it doesn't fall in there, so I think it's probably best to put it back a little bit. I just don't want to damage your bike.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we should be alright picking it up and then dragging it sideways once it's up a little bit.
Yeah, I can lift it up a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Hang on, I'm just going to try and put it back once more.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, it's still sliding. Look, we need to come all the way up a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you want to get around the other side of it, or will you not be able to get on from that side? Can you clutch in and we'll push it? Yep. Very. Hang on, mate. You're cooked. There you go. You're good. Even on foot, it's you're going in if you. Yeah.
Okay, can we get this power or not? You can do. That might be a bit easier, but remember, don't push it.
Don't give it any throttle.
Yeah. Just use the throttle. Don't push it yourself. Use the bike.
And use the clutch to control it.
Yeah, and just let it tick over. Okay, go for a second. Doesn't matter. Just let it use the clutch.
Yeah, this is like ice. It's well slimy. Even I'm worried about this. I don't want to go in that puddle. You right? I saw the back spin and oh god, it's going again. It just whoosh. Yep. Whew. Just be mindful that your treads are going to be, all, including the front, are all full of mud.
Oh, yeah,
So it's going to be like ice for a little bit. But yeah, you can pretty much see where the PR5 Adventure Trials, their limits are at. It's definitely a road tyre, but all this gravel track, absolutely fine. It's just once it gets slimy, then it just can't grip, it can't clear any of the dirt. So once we come off the plains here, we've got like a 10-mile stretch of lane. It's like one lane and it just goes on and on and on. I think it's more surface like this, so it should be quite good. Oh, they're all doing their radio controlled gliders and stuff here. Oh, cool. Awesome. I had a foray with radio control planes for a little bit. It wasn't very successful, so we gave that up. It was getting expensive and I wasn't getting any flight time, I was just getting crash time. Alright, this is the last lane of the day and it's about 10 miles long. It's alright so far for me, but it's going to be a bit scrabbly for Phil, I think. But yeah, awesome. This has just been such a fantastic day. It really has. Even though I can go a lot faster along here than they can, I'm not going to. It's my turn in front, so I'm their guide as to what hazards are where and stuff. I do like these little bumpy things here. I think they're called speed bumps, so got to be careful at times. We cross some roads along here, so I've got to keep my eyes peeled to make sure that there's no crossroads coming up, because the other cars will have right away. I don't think they're actually speed bumps. I think they're here to hold the hill up, stop the gravel running off it. Oh, it's lovely, and there's people. Oh, this is nice, this is. If it's like this all the way along, this has been an awesome ride. Don't really want to get too much pace on, just want to enjoy it all. Out with nature and stuff like that. Fantasticals. Oh, it's a bit cooler down through the trees here, that's nice. It's been such a glorious day today. I don't know what temperature actually is. But we've had the sunshine all day. It's been amazing. Absolutely loved it. I wish we had stuff like this over in Surrey. It is absolutely lovely. It'd be sheepsicles. We've got a little bit of stuff like this around the downs, but it's not for very long. It's just beautiful. Even the flowers are matching the trail. Beautiful views. Absolutely beautiful views. I love this time of year when you've got all the rape plants out. It's a bit of a sickly smell, but it's kind of nice. Summer. English summer. Or the start of. When I was first at the campsite, while I was waiting for everyone else to turn up, it was just like, just listening to all the birds and the nature and farms and stuff like that. It was just amazing. I think it's very easy to forget how lovely all this outdoor stuff is, and it's something that sort of furlough has almost institutionalised us to forgetting, because we've all been stuck at home in lockdowns, not going out because we weren't allowed. Well, now we can. We should make the most of it. Oh wow, okay. I don't know if you can pick them out up ahead if I can look in the same direction for long enough. They're all the military badges in the side of the hill. I think they were put up during the war or around then, and they're all the different badges of all the different squadrons, and I think it's like a tradition that's kind of carried on. But yeah, nicely done, Phil. Some of these whoopee bits must be really pushing on the ground clearance of that Triumph. Not all of them, but some of them are quite steep and quite tall. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. And 10 miles of it is amazing. It's a shame, but I don't think we're going to be able to see the army badges from a closer, better angle. I mean, they'd all be upside down for us, but yeah, we're not going to be able to see them, I don't think. Yeah, I think we sort of seem to be heading away from them. You never know. Wow, there's a view. Look at that. Ugh. Photo op.
4 miles left.
Wow.
4 miles left.
Look at that, that's a lovely little valley, that, isn't it? What an incredible view. Phil's bike looking very, very dirty.
Very, very, very dirty.
I think it's just the colour.
Did you notice the military badges on the side, on that side of the hill?
See them, yeah. I think we rode past them on the way down
Yeah.
to Devon and Cornwall, wasn't it?
Yep.
Last year.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't get right up on top of them to have a good look.
Yeah.
We're about 4 miles away from our campsite now. It's been an incredible day's riding, it really has. There's been lots of times where I'd wished that I had my Moto V85 with me. But the 2 times that Phil came off, I was very, very glad that I had this one, because I think I would have been following suit. To make this video for you, I've had to cut so much out. Just some of the places we've been riding today, it was just amazing. Such open areas. You just felt like, I don't know, you were just like riding free range. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Oh wow! Oh wow! I don't know if you can see that, but that was, I think, a hawk. It could have been an owl, but I think it was a hawk of some sort. Brilliant. Oh, I just wish he had smell-o-vision. Not early when I was farting. That was stinky. But this is summer, it's lovely. Oh, my butt is feeling the day's saddle, that's for sure. Even with the seat concepts, after a little while, you just, yeah, it's not comfortable after a bit. Oh, Oh, this has been absolutely cracking. It really has. So when we get to the campsite, we're ditching the bikes. I'm going to grab the van and I'll pop over to a petrol station and grab some beers and burgers for everyone for tonight. So we're here one more night and then driving back tomorrow. So yeah, what a fantastic bank holiday weekend. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant stuff. And that, I think, is the end of the lane. Awesome, absolutely awesome. So we survived the final night, and yeah, bacon time now. We've got Pez on cooking duties. He's getting the bacon going, and once he stops setting fire to things, he's going to be making the eggs happen. Phil's overwatch, and I'm supervising. It's been an awesome weekend. Well, we're all pretty much packed up now. Yeah, it's been an awesome weekend. The guys on the bikes are going to go the fun way home, trying to avoid all the traffic and the bank holiday mess. I'm going to just go the easiest way home in the van. But yeah, awesome stuff. It's been an absolutely blinder of a weekend. Fantastic. Right, and that's it. We're all packed up. The guys are going off on the bikes the interesting way home. I'm going to go the direct way home, and yeah, I think I'm going to have a long soak in the bath. I keep saying it, but it's been an absolute blinder of a weekend. I've really enjoyed this. It's a cracking campsite. It's pretty minimum, and the only fault I can find with it is that they only had one toilet for the whole campsite. That's a single toilet, and that also doubled up as a shower. I don't mind the fact that they only had cold water, because camping I don't mind getting a bit grubby, but yeah, you could really do with at least double the amount of toilets, so 2 or maybe 3 for a campsite with that amount of pitches. But other than that, the campsite was brilliant. The weather's been amazing, and the riding's been incredible, and the company's been the best it could be. So yeah, massive thanks to Andy, Phil 480 and Big Pez for laying on a cracking weekend. I've really enjoyed myself, and I think they all have too. It's a shame Phil came off a couple of times, but with road tyres and some of the slimy bits, I guess that's to be expected. But yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Maybe next time I'll even go out on my adventure bike. Who knows? I'm not sure how long we're going to be going in the same direction for. I've not actually programmed in my sat nav yet, but it'll be what it'll be. I'll follow them until I decide I'm not going to. But yeah, so I'm going to turn you guys off. Thank you for watching. If you've watched all the way through here, it's awesome that you're supporting all this sort of stuff and you enjoy it. I really appreciate that. And yeah, if you are new to the channel and you found us through this video or through the other guys that we're out and about with, do click that subscribe button. It'd be really awesome to have you come back for some more. And if you did like this video, why not give it a little thumbs up too, and please do drop in a comment. It'd be awesome to hear from you. If you didn't like it for whatever reason, do feel free to give it a thumbs down. I don't mind at all, that's grand. All feedback helps. But anyway, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bike rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.